Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Jai Shri Ram. Welcome to our next episode in our complete reading of Srimad Valmiki Ramayana. In the previous episode, we saw how all the Vanaras who were going in the southern direction, they had to face extreme conditions. They did not get food, they did not get water. They had to keep searching, and they somehow entered a tunnel which is called as Swayamprabhadevi. And in that tunnel, they see huge amount of food, good water, huge gold, and lots and different types of all types of good things which are over there. And then they realize that there is a woman who is over there. Swami Hanuman, he steps up, he asks that woman as to who she is. She introduces herself as Swayamprabha, and she also tells the story of how Hema, the Apsarasa, got the entire property from Brahma, and how she is now the custodian of that. Now, she also asks Vanaras to go have some food, some water, and come back so that she can ask them who they are. So the Vanaras go, they eat to their heart's content, they have good water, they roam around, so that the entire trouble, the strain that comes out of travel, so all that is gone. Till that time she waits, and once that is over, she says, "Oh Vanaras, if you think you have recuperated from your travel and not having food and all, you might come back to me and tell me who you are." Swami Hanuman then steps up and he says, "Oh Swayamprabha Mata, we are all the Vanaras who are being ruled by Sugriva. There is this great king in Ayodhya whose name is Dasharatha. There is a son called Sri Ramachandra. Since he had to keep his father in Satyavakya, he had to come to the forest, and there Rakshasa has come and taken over his wife. Sri Ramchandra has helped Sugriva. Sugriva is our king. Sugriva has become the king of Vanaras now. As a part of his Kritagnyata, Sugriva is searching for Sitama, and hence we are in her search. We are the people who are sent to south, and we traveled a lot of places in the south. We did not get good food or water. We are very, very troubled. And since we are so troubled, I finally ended up under a tree, and from there I was able to somehow see this tunnel. I was seeing that good animals had water inside this and they were coming out. By seeing that, I got encouraged, and I motivated all these Vanaras to come along with me so that we all can enter this tunnel. Oh Swayamprabha, we have entered this tunnel somehow in the darkness. We kept walking one after the other and somehow reached this place, and by your grace, thanks to you and your Atidhya, we were able to have some food, and we had we ate to our heart's content. We had good water to drink, and we are all happy now. Hence, O Swayamprabha Mata. But there is one mistake that has happened while we were roaming in this bila, in this tunnel. The time that Sugriva Maharaja gave to us, Sugriva asked us to come back within a month. Actually, Hanuman describes a lot of good virtues of Sugriva also at the start of his conversation itself. So, and he says how good Sugriva is, and also this great Sugriva, he has given us only 1 month of time, and we have spent that 1 month of time unknowingly inside this villa. So, Oma, if you are okay with it, please take some pity on us, and with your grace, please tell us the way in which we can exit this. That's a place that's filled with Maya. Maya, the Devashilpi, he has filled that place with Maya, and hence in those illusions these people were going rounds, and they were eating, they recuperated well, and in all this time they lost, without they knowing it, they lost a lot of time. And Hanuman, because he is Buddhiman, Hanuman gives us Buddhi, Balam, Yasho, Dhairyam and all, right? So he realized that the time is over, and so he is now requesting Swayamprabha to send them out of that particular tunnel. And now Swayamprabha says, "Oh Vanara, anyone who enters this tunnel, anyone who enters this Swayamprabhavila, they cannot go out alive. But then you people are not on your own work, but you are here for the sake of dharma. You are searching, you are putting your time and efforts into a thing that is a noble thing. So I will ensure that you will quickly come out. So all of you close your eyes. I will quickly take you out of this tunnel." Then all the Vanaras, they close their eyes, and once they close their eyes, Swayamprabha takes all of them out. She brings them near the southern ocean, or the Indian Ocean. That's what we call it today. Technically, they are at the north coast of the southern ocean or the Indian Ocean, and they are now practically they are on the beach. And Swayamprabha says, "See, I have brought you till here. This is the sea, and from here you will have to go on your own. I did the help that I could do, and hope you will be successful in Ramakarya. Saying this, she will go away from there. Now, people who come out, they realize that it's already getting towards spring. So these guys started off, when they started off close to Asvaja and Kartika Masas, right? And now Kartika is over, Pushya, Magha, Falguna, 4 months are over, and now the spring is coming up. So they quickly realize that they are in for huge trouble. And now Angada looks at all the other Vanaras and says, see, we have failed in our duties. You all know how strong Sugriva is. You might be thinking that Sugriva gave me the Yuvarajya. No, it was Sri Ramachandra who gave me the Yuvarajya. And now that I have failed in this task, it's moments before Sugriva will execute me. And once he executes me, we'll die. So I really don't want to go back. This is not a very correct way for us also, because we thought we'll be able to succeed in the task with which we started off. We were not successful. This is a cause of concern for all of us. Hence, O Vanaras, I am saying that we should not return to Kishkindha, is my opinion. I think we should die or do something like that. In the meantime, all the Vanaras, the moment their leader spoke like this, all the Vanaras, they also got very, very demotivated, and they were like, oh Sugriva, you would kill us if we come. So what should we do now? Should we follow Angada? What can we do? Saying this, all of them are totally demotivated. And then there is one Vanara called Tara. In Telugu we call him as Tarudu, so you can call him Taru also. So this Vanara says, why should we kill ourselves? We can go to Swayamprabha and we can stay there. Now some of the Vanaras quickly side towards that direction, and they say to Angada, oh Angada, the Sugriva is anyways going to kill us if we go back, because he clearly told us not to return after 30 days. We had to return within 30 days, which we missed. Hence, as this Taru is suggesting all of us, why don't we go back to the Swayamprabha, stay there, so that we are at least saved from the wrath of Sugriva. Now Angada almost accepts this suggestion. This is where Swami Hanuman quickly jumps in, and he realizes that this Angada has a lot of good qualities, but today he is going in the wrong track. As a minister to the king of Vanaras, now Sugriva, my job is to protect the crown prince. So he quickly uses the Bhedopaya, and he ensures that half of the Vanaras are not interested in going back into the Swayamprabha, whereas the other half are interested in going back. So that way he stops the fire from spreading to all the Vanaras. He at least saves 50% of them. And now he goes to Angada and he says, oh Angada, what do you think? Do you think that these Vanaras will go back to Swayamprabha and they'll stay there happily? No. The moment everything goes fine for these people, they will again start complaining that they are not seeing their wives, they are not seeing their children. Now, since life is escaping from them, since now they're afraid that they might die, they are saying that they'll go to Swayamprabha and hide. And what do you think? Yes, these people are saying that they'll go into Swayamprabha because once anyone enters Swayamprabha, they can't come out alive, so they would stay there forever. But how long will they stay without work? How long can they stay? And what do you think if Lakshmana gets to know that we entered this Swayamprabha and we just stayed there? He will come and he'll start using his arrows to break the entrapments here. And once they are broken, it's cakewalk for Lakshmana to come and kill all of us once we are inside. Of course, Sri Ramachandra might not attack us, but Lakshmana will not spare us. So, not just that, the Vanaras like Gavaksha, Mainda, Dvivida, myself, none of us are going to Jambavanta, none of us are going to accompany you. All of us will go back to Sugriva and ask for forgiveness. He might be angry today, but he would understand. And once he understands, he would bring you back into the position of power. He would make you the crown prince again. So, unnecessarily don't listen to these fellows and don't put your future and the entire future of Vanaras in danger. Now, with this powerful argument of Hanuman, Angada seems to relent, but then he still thinks that he should give up his life. When you read these portions of Ramayana, you understand that Angada is very, very emotional in nature and at times behaves as if he is extremely fickle-minded. But then he has his strengths. That's why when we look at these people in Ramayana and Mahabharata, we need to understand that except for a rare few, you would see all sorts of emotions in all these people. There are no black and white things here. So that's one thing I wanted to really put forward very earnestly to all of you. Now Angada realizes that it is not easy to go back, and even if they go back to Swayamprabha, they are not going to be safe, and people like Hanuman and all, they are going to anyways go back and report to Sugriva and ask for forgiveness that they were not able to find Sitama. At this particular point of time, what would Angada do? What is the decision that Angada is going to take? Because Swami Hanuman seems to have won over the argument. He has won the argument here. So with the grace of Sri Ramachandra, with the grace of Sitama, let us hope that we will be able to cover that well in our next episode. Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramayaः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्, सर्वं सुखी सास्मरास्वं चरणारविन्दार्पणमस्तु। स्वस्ति। जय श्रीराम।